What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing today? Welcome back to another episode of Phenomenal Views. I am your host, Nick Smith, and this is my review for Season 2, Episode 4 of Gotham. So, this episode was actually not too bad. I'm really liking Season 2. Actually, right now, Season 1 and Season 2 are pretty tied. This episode was called Strike Force. Now, the things with this episode is the episode began with them doing a recap. A recap of all the stuff that's happened. Like usual, like they do with a lot of shows. But this episode is about a new beginning for Gotham, pretty much. Penguin's crime is going down because, of course, all the psychos that are going around murdering everybody, it's taking away Penguin's business. He hates it. He's angry. He pretty much wants his business back. But the thing with this is we find out that Theodore Galloway, or however you say his last name, what he's wanting to basically do is he kind of makes me feel like it's going the Ra's al Ghul route. And here's what I mean by that. Earlier on in the next couple episodes, we find out that he wants to restart Gotham over by building a new part of Gotham, by destroying a lot of the old parts of Gotham, and murdering a lot of other people to start anew. Who does that sound like to you? But no, I mean, like, he's playing the whole entire, I don't need to run for mayor, but everyone's like, you should totally run for mayor. We need a guy like you. Because if you don't remember, in the last episode, they killed off Jerome. They made this whole entire, basically the whole entire thing is, I'm going to have each of these criminals do something horrible. I'm going to be there every single time, and I'm going to take them down and make myself a hero. Because he's like, Gotham needs a hero. Indeed it does. Which we actually get a visit from Ben Grimm himself from the fantastic 2004 movie. I forget what the actor's name is, but he is the new captain of Gotham. And this guy is strict military. He is what Gotham needs. And he's basically saying how no more free passes in Gotham. He's pretty much saying, if you're a cop and if you have done something wrong, I'm going to call your name. Your name gets called. You are not only fired, you will be arrested. That is the new way on this guy is doing things. And him and Gordon have a talk. And he's like, I'm going to clean up Gotham. I'm going to save Gotham. It's going to take... But Gordon's like, you do realize that this is going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. And then Harvey Bullock, when he's talking with Gordon later on, he's like, Gotham cannot change. Gotham will never change. Gotham cannot be saved. And that's what Harvey believes. Harvey, because he's been a cop in Gotham for so long, he's like, this is not going to last. I give it maybe a couple months. And then he's basically saying Gotham is going to show its true colors to this guy. And because, once again, how I said Harvey has been around here so much, he knows what's going to happen. With that, we get actually some funny bits from Bruce and Alfred. Now, because of Bruce's dedication, his devotion, he's like, I want to train. I want to be ready to take on this city. Alfred's like, okay, fine. You got to go to school and you got to do everything I say. Well, after school, we find out that Alfred has been parking far away from the school. And we find out it is because Bruce doesn't want everyone to know that he's got a butler. I guess he doesn't want to show he's the richest kid there. I don't know. But Selena Kyle was coming and talking to Alfred earlier, and Alfred slaps this woman, or slaps this little kid. I was like, dang, Alfred. But he's like, you stay away from Master Bruce. And when he finally gets to the limo, he's like, why don't you just let me drive up and pick you up instead of having you to walk all this way? And he's like, I don't want them to know I have a butler, Alfred. I don't want them to know. So, after that, dang, I hate that I say, oh, that's right. Bruce is, getting in the limo, and he's like, wait, what's this? You said you wanted to train, don't you? Yeah. Well, I'll see you at home. Alfred is going to make Bruce run, I think it was like a mile or a couple good miles to get home. He's like, you wanted to start training? Well, here you go. I'll see you when you get back. Bruce is having to run all the way back from school back to his house. It was some pretty good comedy. We find out that Theodore Galloway wants to talk to Penguin. He wants Penguin's help. Penguin is basically like, I've got my own business. I'm the king of Gotham now. I don't need your help. Well, they say you're going to work for us no matter what you say, because we've got your mom. And Penguin's mom is going like, I don't know anything. I don't know anything. And so basically, like, Penguin is furious. Penguin is angry. He's basically like, okay, I'll work for you. Don't hurt her. And so we find out that what Theodore Galloway is wanting to do is he's running for mayor. But he wants Penguin to go and take out every single candidate. And when Penguin is taking out a certain candidate, Butch is just hanging there chilling. They're like, why is he doing this? To be honest, lady, it's been a weird morning. I don't know why he's doing what he's doing. Just do what I do. And Butch is like the funniest thing in this whole entire show. I love him so much. Another interesting fact, we finally get to Edward Nygma and his date with Miss Kringle. Yeah, you guys know that we know that this guy's the Riddler. His apartment has green in it. Like, shades of green from his apartment, like from his main window, there is shades of green. And he finally asks out Miss Kringle because he finally actually lets his kind of darker side take over. And his darker side's basically like, she owes us. You saved her life. You deserve a date with her. And he actually makes her this wonderful dinner, and eventually leads to them, having sex. Or almost having sex. We do find out that Theo wants to talk to Bruce, and they do bring about the whole, I'm sorry that your parents' killer has not been caught yet. I'm so sorry that happened to you, Bruce. It must be horrible. You must be feeling horrible. And he's like, yes. It was a horrible thing, but Jim Gordon's working on it. But Theodore Galloway does not like the Waynes, and so I think I don't know if his niece knows, but basically he's wanting Bruce and his niece to get together. And so I don't know if this is just because so he can drop Bruce's guard, or if his niece actually hates Bruce as much as Theo does, because we find out earlier on in the episode that Theo works for the Order of Saint Dumas, which is Azrael's people. But we come to learn that in a later episode. And so, but all in all, this was a pretty good episode. Yeah, this was a pretty good episode. I mean, the episodes of Gotham are getting better and better, with Penguin trying to take out with Penguin helping out Theo. I know Penguin's gonna snap. Like, they keep promoting that something big and bad is gonna happen, just like last season. Every single episode, it just got bigger and bigger, and it just felt like it was going to get better and better, and with each episode, it got better. And we get a debut of the Strike Force, finally, because when Penguin is using Zsasz to take out the other candidate, we finally get the Strike Force intact, and they are actually capable, and they are actually taking down all these criminals. And it was awesome because they went back to the academy that Gordon graduated from, and they got different people from that school, and they each have a specific purpose on why they're there, which makes it perfect, which is why this is going to be a good thing. And I cannot wait to tell you guys about what happened in the next episode. But guys, put in the comments below, what are you thinking of Gotham Season 2 so far? What do you think about that we finally have a strike force? What do you think about that the GCPD is finally getting back up from the ashes and they're coming after the criminals? I really want to know. Guys, I hope you are enjoying this episode. I cannot wait to talk about next episode. Guys, have a good day.